All right, welcome to the podcast. Today we have a couple of guests and introducing EnderGamma.
What's up? I'm EnderGamma.
And once again we have Kaichi.
You can call me Kai or you can call Kaichi, whichever.
Yeah, Kai. And also today we have ZawarudoWrryyy.
Good morning.
ZawarudoWrryyy?
Wee!
No, not we. It's Ree.
Ree! Rita!
For those who don't know, it's a JoJo thing, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I've
God
never
Simmons
played
knows
JoJo.
about my name. Thank God.
Honestly, I've never watched a single episode of JoJo, but I do know a little bit about, I know enough about JoJo anyway. So I know it's filled with men and women that look like men. So that's all I know.
Isn't it the other way around though?
Yeah, that's like
Some of
the
them-
opposite.
The opposite?
is
Oh,
so
okay.
opposite.
Well, I mean, they all kind of look the same. That's all I'm trying to say here.
Yeah. Well, you have your manly men, and then you have your manly, oh my God, men.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, it's better than like Final Fantasy, where it's like you got your womanly women, then your womanly men.
That is true.
Out.
That is true. I wanted to discuss. Where should we start? The whole thing about the game that's supposedly the next Pokemon, and it's called. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's called Yokai Watch. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Oh, that Pokemon theme like game. Yeah, Yokai Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard? What have you, the two of you? Have you guys heard of it?
I heard my friend talking about it.
Okay.
Like
So-
a rip-off. He calls it a rip-off.
A rip-off. Okay.
Yeah. The only time I heard about it was actually on your channel when I saw that video.
Right. Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. It's of course a game in Japan, and it's selling really well apparently. The sales for 2014 were for Yokai Watch 2, and there's like various versions, were about 3 million, while Pokemon was 2 million. So kind of tells you that this is catching on, and this is really popular, and it's definitely picking up. And it is very evident when I went to Japan last summer, and it was just all over the place. Like there's just merchandise and just posters, just flyers, just everywhere. Everywhere was Yokai Watch. You do see Pokemon as well, but you definitely see a lot of Yokai Watch as much as Pokemon. So yeah, that really tells you how much it's picking it up, and it has been confirmed that it's coming to the States. And
Oh, really?
yes,
Nice.
so the game is coming out sometime this year. They just haven't announced a actual date yet, but it is coming out sometime this year. And the anime is coming out sometime in 2016, and then Hasbro has already picked up a license so they can start producing merchandise for that. So it looks like they're really trying to blow this up, and they are pretty confident about it, seems like, with the merchandise and all. And and if the merchandise doesn't sell, usually the show gets canceled. That's just how it works. And
Usually the show does well too, like
Yeah,
merchandise just kind of sells.
yeah.
Like I feel like that's what Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh really had for it, was the anime was very popular, so
the merchandise really helped.
yeah.
So I already made a video for myself, expressing my opinion, and it's for me basically. I don't think it's gonna be the next Pokemon, because even with mechanics that are different for the game, in the end you're just you're capturing monsters. That's all you're doing, and one way or another, and we've already had that, and it's just it's not gonna flop, I don't think, but I do not think it's gonna be the Pokemon killer that Kotaku has called.
Expressed.
Yeah, expressed. Yeah, exactly. So
I think what I'm thinking. I haven't followed the game much, But from what I'm hearing, you saying like it sold like 3 million
3 million,
in
yes.
Japan and
Yes.
2 million is for Pokemon. I'm just thinking that some people are looking for something new.
Yeah.
In Japan, they're like, okay, we've seen a lot of Pokemon. What's this Yokai Watch? Oh, it looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be something that can rival with Pokemon. So I just think that some people just want something new. So that's why it's kind of doing better in Japan. I don't know how it's going to do in the States, though, but that's just that's how I'm seeing it at the moment.
What about you? What are the rest of you guys?
Well, I think that actually makes a lot of sense. I haven't really played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Silver, so I'm kind of out of the loop. But I know like we got like trash bag Pokemon now and ice cream cone Pokemon, and I think maybe people are feeling that with Yokai Watch they can get like a fresh look at things, instead of being like, all right. I mean, because how many are there now? I don't even know.
There's over 800.
Over 800.
Yes.
I mean, that's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What about you, Zawarudo?
Well, looking at how Yokai Watch is going to be, I think it's going to try follow, like how, remember back in the 90s, Digimon was supposedly also the Pokemon killer, but it didn't really kill Pokemon.
I like Digimon.
They both help each other in a way. Because you have
Sorry,
your group that loves Pokemon, and then you have your group that likes Digimon, and then you have the middle group. I was the middle group. So
yeah, and then there's this thing called Monster Rancher that not many.
Oh yeah,
Monster Rancher.
I love Monster Rancher, to be honest.
Theme though.
I did not.
Game on the PS2 almost bankrupted me when I was small. You had to buy other things to get that one monster.
Right, yeah. And it's really funny how a certain monster can only be found in a certain like CD or disc, and of all things, it was like I forgot what group, musical group it was, but it was like maybe it was like Led Zeppelin or something like that, or like some kind of rock group. It only has this one monster. I think it was a pretty cool concept in a way. You had to like find a bunch of like CDs or lying around your house to get monsters. I thought that
sounds familiar. Skylanders, Amiibos. Oh, this is way before all that happened.
Right.
Or you could think about like those scanners where you would just scan barcodes.
I used
to draw my own freaking barcodes. I would draw them with a freaking pen.
Right. Go ahead. Did you want to say something?
But I guess it just goes like people like catching stuff. Like I don't know if Pokemon was the first one to do it, but Pokemon was the first one to do it successfully. And
exactly.
Like, and as I said in the comment on your video, it's like they've become like the name brand. Like every cola is usually called Coke, every tissue is usually called Kleenex, and stuff like that. So I think Pokemon is just always going to be that name brand of monster catching, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, monster RPG. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly how I feel about it too. I think it's pretty. Yeah, and you did say Street Fighter is like the name brand for a fighting game, and that's pretty much how I feel about Pokemon. It really just stamped monster RPGs into the States, and it is just that kind of case. It's. I mean, not saying Yokai Watch is gonna flop or anything by any means, but the way they titled that, Pokemon Killer, I don't think it's gonna happen. No way. And especially with Pokken coming up, that's definitely gonna keep it alive.
Yeah.
Fighting. I've been wanting.
If that comes to consoles, I would be so happy.
It has to happen, man. Like, friggin' Harada. Like, this is Harada we're talking about. I think Harada knows what's up, and it's gotta happen, And there's like. There's been a lot of arcade games that went to consoles, with all the Tekken stuff, and Capcom did the same too with Street Fighter, all the Street Fighter 4s, and just all the recent versions of it. Anyway,
and not to mention that most of the tournaments are actually hosted on consoles, including Evo.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So,
we're usually. The arcades are first, so they can test it out and see how people feel about it. Just to fix all the bugs.
Yeah, GG came out on arcades first, right?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yes.
That's the usual. Like
That's the
every fight,
usual.
usual any fighting game, do arcade first to test out the game, and then it'll come to consoles to get the full stuff.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Did you guys watch like the recent footage of Pokken, by the way?
The last
Recent,
one I watched
No.
I mean, not recent, but like
from the stream when they were unveiling like the assist Pokemon and stuff.
not that one. Not during the stream, but like the trailer that came sometime after that. Like the one that actually looks good. Like it doesn't look all crappy and blurry like you download it from.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, that trailer, yeah, I did.
I actually don't think I have. But
Okay, it's a Japanese trailer, and it just basically explains what's going on. And one of them, definitely that I caught, was that the game is supposed to be for everyone. It's not like a hardcore like fighting game like Street Fighter 4 by any means, or Tekken or whatever. It's just an arena fighter, pretty much reminiscent to all the Naruto Ultimate. Storm games, yes. And I also realize it's very much similar to J-Stars, which is another arena fighter. And and speaking of that, that one's coming into the States sometime. Yeah. I did import it, and there's quite of a language barrier going on there, of course, with all the reading.
I think people have mixed feelings on that game. Like you don't really see much people talking about or playing it. Like when it came out, it just watered down very fast.
It's a nice novelty at first, and then it just gets really old fast.
I think it's because it's so repetitive.
It's really repetitive. I mean, I think the story mode did not help at all, and it's yeah. I mean, even when you play with friends, I think it does get old pretty fast. Just it's kind of neat at first, but yeah, as you keep on playing it just really gets old fast.
the whole time you're saying that, all I think about is Destiny. Need first gets old fast.
Well, you're not. I mean, you do in a way grind for points so you can buy the characters with in-game currency, and yeah, that's what you're doing pretty much like the entire time trying to get all the characters. And
I feel like that's a trend we're seeing a lot in games lately. It's just some sort of grind mechanic that you just.
It's just a cheap way to really pad the game. Yeah.
A cheap replayability, a bit like replayability to me is just supposed to be something, like, oh, I just beat this, but I want to play it again because I had so much fun. Not, oh, I just beat this, but if I keep beating it over and over again, I'll get something cool, and that's just kind of lame.
Right? Yeah.
Again, that's where your MMOs come to light.
Oh,
but
definitely.
MMOs update most of the time, or the good ones. They update frequently,
Mm-hmm.
add stuff.
Wasted 5 years of my life playing Ion.
Oh,
Never
I
going
think-
to WoW either.
I both ripped off a lot of money in WoW and put a lot of money in WoW.
But WoW shaped up really well with the
I haven't played in a while, so I can't call for it. All I know is I don't regret the time I was playing it, but I wouldn't put that kind of money into it now.
yeah.
It's just not something I'm looking at.
Yeah. So wow, we went from Pokemon to WoW.
Well, we talked about grinding, and we talked about
grinding, and that's how it went. Yeah. But yeah, it's back to kind of winding it back to J-Stars. Yeah, it's very, the story mode is very repetitive. You're doing a lot of going back and forth, and I think we just lost Kaiji a bit.
We lost Kaichi. Uh-oh.
Shinra's after him again.
Oh man. All right, let's just wait for him. See what happens.
But in the meantime,
In the meantime, we're going to play this Monster Hunter.
Has anyone picked up Monster Hunter?
I have it.
I don't have a DS, so I'll wait till they make one on the Wii U that's current,
Right. The whatever newer Monster Hunter comes out for the Wii U.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. We got him back.
All right, cool.
Yeah, blue screen of death.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Yeah. That always
I
sucks.
think it's because since I was playing Far Cry on Ultra, and I think the computer's like, I give up.
Oh Jesus.
You don't love me no more. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were just we were trying to talk about J-Stars, how the story mode is very much like a going back and forth fetch quest, that kind of thing, and definitely didn't help with the Japanese language. It is a lot of reading, so definitely harder for me because I kind of speak Japanese, but I definitely can't read Japanese. So yeah.
So what I was gonna say, like one topic about people buying imports, and then of course they have language barriers where you can't really understand what they're saying, versus ones that they buy the English one, and of course they understand what they're saying. Like say for example, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. People got it early. They got the Japanese release, and people were just randomly choosing attacks that were in Japanese that they probably didn't even understand what it was, and they also had a hard time playing the game because they didn't know what was the requirements. They just kept playing it and guessing. I'm like, and it kind of ruined some people's experience with playing the game because they bought the game early.
Right.
I'm like, why don't y'all wait? Stop trying to be like the game. I would like to be early just like Japanese, but please don't ruin the experience by playing the imports first.
Yeah. You told me someone did that. A certain streamer did that, and you just having a
Well, I believe if you're looking for a narrative experience, you don't want to do that if you don't understand the language.
Oh,
But if
definitely.
you're but say what if they release Street Fighter 5 first in Japan? Everyone's gonna fucking import that because they don't care if it's in Japanese. They're like, I
That's
just need to know
different,
the
yeah.
motions. But
Well,
it depends
true.
why you're
That's-
buying a game. If you're buying it for a narrative experience and stuff, I don't think you should import it
Oh,
unless
definitely,
you can, unless you're
Well,
fluent.
That's understandable. Well, with Xenoverse, there's a lot of things that's in Japanese. Now for Street Fighter, there's probably only the menu settings that's in Japanese, but everything else is in English. And of course you should know Street Fighter enough to know the controls, so you don't really need Japanese to even understand what's going on.
Yeah,
So
you're not gonna care about what the fuck this attack is called. You just are you able to do this fucking attack?
How much
and
damage does it do?
yes, exactly.
What are the frames?
What are the frames? What what's the reach? That kind of thing. And yeah, when it comes to fighting games, it's very much more open when it comes to whether you're gonna import it or not. But yeah, you're saying when it comes to very story-driven games, just be aware you're gonna freaking understand what's going on as much as you would with the English version. And
it's not even just a story. It's items. There's games that requires items boosting and all that stuff, and you're putting on something that you don't even know what it is until you actually try it out, and you need to know what you're doing, or else you're gonna screw up and be mad about something that you just guessed. So yeah, that's why I'm please, if you're gonna import something, either know Japanese or just wait.
Yeah, for me, when it came to J-Stars, I thought it was just gonna be a Japan-only game, so that's why I went ahead and do that. And it's plus, it's essentially a fighting game, sort of, and to have fun. And I didn't expect the story mode to be very much text heavy, and I thought it was just gonna be you fight these couple of stages with people, characters, whatever, what have you, and then you get an ending movie. That's a very traditional way with fighting games. But you're on this boat.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that maybe I think it's just taking that Super Robo Tyson approach, where it's all text heavy, and then once you get into the match, you do your stuff, and then after that you get text heavy again.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Could be an Arceus game.
Yeah.
Where it's a bunch of text, fight once, then you're gonna watch text for another 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That is.
I beat
You mean
Blaze Blue. I believe Blaze Blue Continuum Shift story mode in its entirety, and after that, I was like, no, I'm never doing that again with another Arc Sys game. So I've actually not touched the Guilty Gear story at all because of that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I could probably just find like a synopsis later, but I was like, I just remembered playing it. I was like, dude, there's so much talking, and then I get to fight like once.
Oh yeah. The Guilty Gear Xrd story mode is essentially a let's watch type of experience. It's just like nothing you're going to do except just listening and sitting there. And
Yeah, I wish someone could have streamed it, but supposedly ArcSys was like, if you stream the story mode, we're gonna like ban you. And supposedly, like some streamers actually got heat for that.
yeah, I think it's a little different on YouTube. If not, I don't know.
I think the YouTube is fine. I think it just had to do with like Twitch, like some
Yeah,
Twitch
Twitch and
channel
their-
got banned.
Twitch and their copywritten is very stronger than YouTube's.
On some things.
Seems like it, right? Yeah. So that J-Stars is coming to the States. I mean, are you guys considering picking it up?
If it comes to PC,
Uh,
everyone should know I'm a PC gamer. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
buy a PS3, PS4, 360, Xbox One, or any other current consoles unless a game comes out for PC. I will actually pick it up. Now for Wii U, that's a different story because Nintendo consoles don't come to PC. So
Mm-hmm.
those type of games that comes out on like the 360, PS3, all that stuff, that can come to PC. They can really make that stuff for PC if they could, but they're lazy. So I'm just waiting for them to make it for PC, and until that comes, I'm just like the game is not even in any of my interests.
Right. Yeah. For me, especially especially when I actually imported the game, I don't know if it's gonna be worth it or not. Just because I already know what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna be like. I mean, sure, I can read it now, but it's like, am I gonna actually do this? You know.
Well,
It'd be good for collection.
It is, yeah. I mean, I would have both versions just for shits and giggles, but but I don't know. It's $60. I was like, really? I thought it was gonna be like a $40 game, but well.
they might do what they did with Tatsunoko versus Capcom. You know, like how people would import the Japanese because it had the very highly cost character, what's it called? Licenses.
Right.
And then when it came to the States, they had to switch up stuff. So hopefully the English version of J-Stars may add a character or two. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, to make it all that much more okay. That is possible. I mean, they were talking about possible DLC for the import version, but I do not know what happened to that after that.
Licensing.
So, probably. So that, and they might have held it off because we're gonna import it to the States, so why not just wait? So yeah, to guarantee some sales in the States. So but
One thing I am looking forward to is One Piece because it is coming to PC.
Oh yeah. You're talking about the Pirate Warriors game?
Yeah, Power Warriors 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to main Blackbeard and Kizaru.
Yo, dude, Kizaru is badass. I love him. With all that light power.
Note to self, like, I haven't caught up with enough One Piece. Like, I know much of it, but I haven't caught up with, like, what's happening right now because the series is super long and I'm, like, kind of sort of behind. Like, I know what happened in the time skip, but I think after the part where the crew was at this mermaid area, that's where yeah, I'm late. I'm super late. I don't know, and for me to catch up is just I'm lazy. So I'm pretty sure we playing this game, and I think they're gonna start off from the beginning and work its way up. If that's the case, then I'm like, it's good for me, so I can know what's going on. So I am definitely looking forward to that because I do love One Piece, despite the fact that I'm very late with the series.
Yeah.
But you also have to be careful, like with media transitions, if they go from like manga to anime or anime to game or game to movie. Some stuff may get lost in transition.
Yep.
Oh
So-
yeah, true.
So you
Yeah.
gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, I always stick to manga, but like I said, the manga's too long. The
Kinda
the
pricey.
manga's way too long.
But dude, man, I don't know. When it comes for me when it comes to One Piece, like it's one of those mangas I pretty much dedicate my time for, and it's for me personally, it's my all time favorite right now. Even like higher than Dragon Ball Z and Fist of the North Star. Those are like my next ones. Yeah.
And it's a good thing that some of us, like me, I stopped watching Pokemon after the Orange League.
You're not missing out much.
I know. I was like, oh, did Ash win yet? Nope. Okay.
I mean, even if Ash wins, he's like, okay, let's go to the next region, and I'll be Pokemon Master. It's like, oh my god, like when is that when is that one league or whatever the fuck like tournament is gonna determine the Pokemon Master? Like, when is that actually gonna happen? So
When he grows some balls.
Oh wait,
I
he's
think it's
still.
more
Oh wait,
when
he's
the-
still 10.
When the writer
think he
wants
can.
to
He's 11.
end the
Really?
show.
He aged?
no, he's 10. He's 10.
I was like, wait a minute.
He's
No.
he's 10 on the outside, but officially at the moment he is now 11 years old.
Well, I don't really care.
He's still 10.
He's still
But-
10.
I think
And
with
stuck
me,
in the friend zone.
see, I think with me, when it comes to anime and manga, as long as the anime just stick to the T with the manga, that's fine. If it does fillers, I'm not watching it.
Yeah,
I'm all about originality, canon stuff. If it's gonna show stuff that's non-canon, I'm like, it has no interest in me.
mhm.
I really dislike anything that's non-canon. I like it when it's original.
yeah, that's the same for me.
But
A lot-
sometimes fillers
a lot
are
of-
fun as hell.
Oh yeah.
Like, granted, yes, but sometimes I'm so stuck to the story, I want to see more. But if I'm going to be seeing a bunch of stuff that's not part of the story, I'm like, come on now.
I
I wish
remember
it was canon. But go ahead.
I remember watching Soul Eater for the first time on Netflix, and I just ended up just skipping the Excalibur episodes because I was like, this is like the worst feeling in the world.
Which one? Which one?
Soul Eater, the Excalibur episodes.
Oh, right. I
And
remember.
I was just like, what is the fuck? And like, I skipped those episodes, and I feel like I didn't miss anything.
You did
Just a
not.
bunch of filler
Did
crap.
not.
And I was like, oh my god, not another one of these episodes. And I
Yeah, back.
remember, what other one was it? There was one series I can't remember I watched. Oh, it was the Haruhi Suzumiya. There was like this whole segment where like it was the same episode over and over and over.
Oh,
Because of like a
God.
time paradox. Like
Isn't
I don't
that-
know if
Oh yeah, the Crazy
Melancholy?
8. Crazy 8,
Yeah.
yeah. Something Crazy 8 is there's an actual term. Like, it's literally just a loop episode. Like all 8 episodes are looped.
yeah, it's like the same episode. And I was watching it and I was like, I don't know which one's gonna be different, so I didn't want to skip any. And I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
But I guess like in a way that kind of conveys like, you know, you have to feel like, man, I'm in a loop because they're in a loop. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's just
I
a lame
haven't-
excuse.
I don't know. I haven't really watched anime in a while, but
Oh, okay.
I still continue right now. I'm kind of on hold, but I watch current ones. They're like the seasonal ones that like come out in Japan, like spring or winter, and so I do catch up from time to time.
Okay.
I think right now I am watching Dorara X2, which is the
Okay.
second season
Very
of
good.
Dorara.
well, I think a lot of it what it has to do with just free time, you know, and it's like when you start making content, you realize you don't have much time between playing the game, between editing the game, capturing the game, converting
Mhm.
files, and all this stuff, and it all comes down to time. And I guess that's like, you know, if that makes any reason as to why I prefer to digitally download stuff, it's just why I do it, because it just saves me time from having to
Oh.
drive out to get it.
That's about me as well. Like ever since I bought my first PC game, which was Street Fighter, I just been all about buying digitally.
Yeah.
I just stopped buying physical copies, including
Like-
for my 3DS. I bought me a 32 gig, and I'm forever going to be downloading digitally.
Like, I know that's like a sensitive topic, you know, because on one side you have like, you know, the digital side, you know, you get it then, you get it there. You don't got to drive out. It's always secure. You don't have to worry about scratch discs. And if you got to move, it's a lot easier because moving with like a bunch of games is like terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but then you got like if that account's ever lost all those games more than likely, unless you can get something disputed. And it's just like you don't really have that collector's feel. Like I can see both sides of it, but I know it's a sensitive subject. But I just most of the time prefer digital. A lot of time it's cheaper.
It's really funny because I don't know if I told all of you this, but Simmons and a couple other guys came over to my place, and we were talking over some dinner, and I just brought up about buying the limited edition of Guilty Gear Xrd, like physical copy of it, and then that's where it began with the whole physical versus digital argument between Simmons and Steve. It was really funny, and yeah, you know how those two are, and it's just really funny to see those two like in person actually arguing about
physical versus digital.
Yeah, like or some kind of like sensitive topic, and for me, I am all about buying physical stuff because I don't want to like leave my entire library of games in the hands of my hard drive, and we all know that hard drives eventually wear out, and what's gonna happen to that? That's gonna be gone.
Well, all it is like when you
system.
have it attached to account. Yeah, it's all cloud based, but it's more of like if you lose your account, like hard drives can be replaced.
And yes, Steve brought up that part too, like the whole we have a whole cloud system and blah blah blah, but Simmons is like those clouds run on servers, and well, it costs money to run on servers, and eventually those servers are gonna go down, and it's like, what are you gonna do? And your entire or most of your library is gonna get lost just because of
and that makes sense. But I think for what it is, it's like if you have to justify the reason why you purchased the game in the first place, because a lot of people are collectors, and some people like me, I have a hard time going back and playing old games most of the time. I've never played like any of those classics like Final Fantasy VII or anything, and it's just I can't like go backwards. Like I've been so spoiled by this generations of graphics and narrative storytelling through like cutscenes that I'm just like I lose interest so fast because it's aged. It's like if you go back and play like a GoldenEye and you're like, man, this thing's a piece of crap. Or anything like you realize it was like there's some things that are just good for their time, and they can't really like. And I guess it just stays in the nostalgia fact where people are like, "Oh, it's the best game of all time."
Yeah, it's just a way to just relive the experience. It's not. I mean, yeah, people do say, "Oh, it's the best game of all time," but a lot of people just do it just to relive the experience and just show people a piece of history. And when it comes to gaming,
Yeah, but that kind of got off topic. But that's the reason, like, I also go digital. It's because, like, down the line, I'm probably not gonna go back and play. Oh man, I wonder what it was like to play Soul Calibur 3 or anything like that. But it's just like, and it's also something like this is probably a weird way to think about it, but when you show your kids, oh, this is what I played when I was your age. If it's digital, best you could do is probably like a picture. Oh look, here's me playing this game.
Right.
But
yeah, that's another thing. I'm very much all about having something physical in my hands. Like I mean, sure, it does take up actual physical space, but I don't know. It's just something about it that entices me to continuing to buy like discs instead of digitally downloading it. If it's only available as a digital cop or whatever, like then I will go ahead and download.
But that's like your only option. But if you had the option between physical and digital, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's only digital, I will yes download it digitally. But if there's a disc, I'm just go get a disc because you know it's just something I can look back on, no matter you know how long, you know, and
I feel like that's just like more of a collector's mindset.
yeah,
And
I
it's
do have
just,
that
like-
kind of collector's mindset. So
Like
yeah,
I don't really have a collection. Like I had a girlfriend at one point who was all about like, oh, I need the biggest edition that comes with like the statue and all that stuff, and I'm like, I just want the game, the game and the season pass because I'll play the DLC. It's something I can actually play.
Mhm.
I mean, like I'm not talking it down like people who want to collect stuff or get collector's editions or like that $200 Handsome Jack Borderlands thing. Like I'm not talking you down. If you want to spend the money for something you love, you mean be my guest. It's just like when it comes to digital, it saves me time. It saves me a lot of things. It like I don't have to drive out to GameStop. I don't have to sit in a line. I don't have to deal with yelling kids or you know the bros who are
It's
like,
the little things
yo
that matter.
man. Yo, man, I'm so excited for this game, dude. You know, I don't have to deal with all that. I can be like, all right, I'm going to sit here in my underwear, you know, and just play whatever game at midnight. Whoops. And I'm just going to, well, like Mortal Kombat X, like, this will probably kill people, but I'm probably just going to get it digitally. And another thing is that it's like sharing. Like, digital sharing is a lot easier than physical. Because if you do, like, at Xbox home console, license transfers, you can like buy your game and your friend can play it too, and only you had to buy it instead of saying, oh, I bought this game, you should play it, and then you let him borrow the disc and then you can't play it at the same time.
right.
So
yeah.
like there's advantages and disadvantages on both sides. It's just
With collectors, they have value for after 10 years. That
Yeah.
whatever they have value. So that's a big plus on them. Like they can spend like $200, but in years or so, it might be like 200, 300, 1,000. As long as they take care of it, it has value. So that's like the only thing I see good about the physical.
Even when I do have physical, I freaking you take care of those discs. I hate if you even just put the disc in the wrong box. Oh, my little brother, what are you doing?
No. Putting a disc on a part where it needs to be read. Why do people do that? Like they put it down on the surface and it's on the side.
Oh gosh.
I see
I feel
that
like people
a lot.
have gotten better about that, but now they put it face up so the dust sits on it and scratches it anyway.
No,
So.
gee,
No. I still see it today. People still put it on the part where it needs to be read. I'm like, come on now. And y'all wonder why y'all discs don't work.
Wardy's been a little quiet.
Yeah.
Then you just go up to mommy and daddy. Mommy, this don't work. Let's get another one.
Oh,
You have fun with that.
right. Good luck, man. Good luck, kid.
Yeah, like for me, I have to buy another PS3 because the old one I have is first gen, and I spent like $300 on it to fix it.
That's
wow.
pretty much the price of the
Yeah.
used PS3 now. So
But thanks to The Last of Us, it killed my PS3.
Oh, really?
So
What happened?
I guess because the heat paste was already destroyed. So once
Wow, took so much power.
once I pumped in The Last of Us, the PS3 just like, nope, bye.
I'm done.
I feel like newer consoles don't age that well.
It seems like it, right?
Well, I still have my NES and SNES in storage. If I bring them out right now, they'll both be working.
I still
Instinct.
have my 64, but I think it's dead.
Oh, really?
A moment of silence, people. All I still have is my Smash Bros. 64 and like a few other games that's probably dead as well. But my Smash is still working, but my system doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
Now I'm just trying to figure out what.
Smash. Doesn't Mewtwo come out this month sometime?
Yeah.
No,
Wait.
it doesn't come out, but you have to register by the 30th of March.
Oh, yeah, that's
get it
right. That's
free.
right. It's not coming out.
And
Next month.
It's probably April. That's actually coming out.
it says spring, so like
Yeah, spring.
April,
So
May.
I would say April.
And what did you have to do to get it free?
Both
you have-
3DS and Wii U.
Yeah, you get both versions and register them by the end of March, I believe, on Club Nintendo. and that's how you get it. And then you get a code through the email, when on the day it comes out. I believe that's how it works anyway. And
No, it does. And I'm like, I need to get the game so I can get it free because I got the 3DS version, but I don't have the Wii U yet. So like, I don't know when I'm gonna get a Wii U. But I just want to get the game so I can get some the Mewtwo download.
Right. Just make sure you got it. And whenever you get the Wii U, you got Mewtwo.
Yes.
And hopefully this does open the doors for DLC for Smash.
Let's not talk about Rayman, please. Let's not talk
Dude, all jokes aside, that guy was...
I don't care about that guy.
Awesome.
Screw him. I don't like him. I don't like
I'm
him
sorry.
at all.
That
sorry,
guy
I'm laughing.
is great. Like, I'm on that guy's side. That guy is...
No, I don't like him.
legit.
He just...
Like, all that work, and he, like, just the next day, he's just like, yo, this is how I did it. And, like, he basically proves a point, because every time, like, there's a screenshot out or something that looks semi legit, someone's like, oh my god, leak confirmed, all that, and, like, that. I think what that guy did is he proved a point that you can't trust that.
Here's the thing. I know what's real and fake. I mean, especially when it came out to the full roster leak, you can tell people, you can say that people can say that that's going to be fake. I mean, off the bat. But when we found out where the source was, we found out it came out to be true. Now, granted, we don't know where the source came from before we found out that it was fake with the Rayman thing, but it looked super legit, like the gameplay, everything, the startup, everything. But until I found out that the way he just did all the editing, I'm like, you just ruined my credibility on how to recognize real from fake. So I'm like, screw this. Screw
so
that,
it's more of
guys.
a personal thing.
It's personal. It's a legit personal. Because I know what's real and fake. I know a real and fake leak from when I see one. So here's
the thing. Like for me, sure, I was kind of starting to believe it, but at the same time, I was like, well, why don't we see Rayman actually move and fight and shit like that? If you can actually select him and shit, why stop there? That's what kind of gave it away for me. And I'm just like,
the thing was, I was just like, I never seen he basically did the realest fake of all fakes. The realest. Like,
we're gonna go why real. I thought it was why I was skeptical was I didn't hear the announcer say his name. That was my
exactly. Yeah. That kind of gave it away too.
That was just my thing. I was like, it looks legit, but I don't know. At first I thought it was modded, like just a modded game, because with what you could do with like Project M.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen anything with Ryu that goes straight like Project M though. We've seen hacks, but we haven't seen mods.
No. So
it's just the thing was what he did was basically, to be honest, real is fake. And
what he did was just showcase how well he was at editing.
No, I mean, of course that, but at the same time, he just basically beat every single realest fake in the world. He basically beat every leaker, and I'm just like, no, you suck, dude. I'm sorry. I don't like what you just did. I appreciate you trying to show off your editing, but you could have done it like in a cleaner way. You could have done it in a cleaner way, respectful way. But this was just straight up, you just ruined my credibility. You suck. I don't like you.
Yeah.
I hope
he was he did tug a lot of strings, and.
But hey, you know what? He'll be remembered, and I think
he'll
that
be
was
remembered
his goal.
By me hating him. I'm sorry.
But then there are people like me
guy,
who actually appreciate it. So
I'm like I would like if I see him in real life, I'm sorry, but screw you. I don't want to deal with you. You like ruin my credibility. Screw you.
Hey, well, I mean, Mewtwo is sort of like a test for DLC. So, I mean, and the success is inevitable. So, we're definitely going to see some more when it comes to Smash. We are definitely going to get the tournament mode sometime later, because they talked about.
Speaking of which, tournaments. I don't mean to cut you off, but how does everyone feel about customs being the Evo?
Oh, they're making it. Oh, they're allowing.
Yeah, they
that.
are. It's official. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wait, so like that, like including like the equipment and stuff like that, like
Everything, even moves.
Is it equipment? I thought it was just moves.
No, it's everything. I think it's everything.
oh wow,
Dude, if they include equipment, that's busted. If they include moves, that's kind of interesting. But with equipment, there's just some busted stuff. There's like, I don't know what it is, but there's some piece that like just buffs the fuck out of you. But all it is you lose invincibility on respawn.
Okay,
And
no,
that's
like,
like-
and also like there's a thing where when you're doing a smash attack, you have armor, and you know that's like definitely one of the broken things, and especially like with like if you put that on, you know, for let's say Captain Falcon or Little Mac or something, then holy shit, you're gonna have a pretty freaking broken character. And on top of that, there's a thing where one of the equipment can emulate an effect of auto canceling. So basically, when you land, you're not gonna have recovery frames. Yeah, any lag. So there you go.
Well, I think with me, I don't know how to feel about it because I don't play with customs.
Yeah.
Seeing that I play For Glory 1v1 by almost 3,000 matches by now. And of course, For Glory 1v1 doesn't allow customs, so I'm just so used to not having it on. And the only thing I have for customs will be my Miis. So I don't work hard to try to put my customs on the regular fighters.
My thing is, what do you do about the people who don't have customs? Because like coming from someone who like I play it super casually, so I was trying to get the customs as quick as possible. That is another thing that's just grindy as crap. I mean, there's like you just grind crazy orders, hoping to get lucky and hope you get them all. I mean, it's really freaking difficult.
Well,
Like, how do you make sure every console at the tournament has all customs unlocked, or are you bringing your own like save file? Like,
yeah,
I remember something from the Nintendo 3DS tournament that Nintendo hosted, and I think they allowed people who wanted to do a custom map, have a custom character. They had some data in the 3DS where you can, put like a random custom moveset on.
dude, if they sold that for $2, I would buy it. If they just sold like unlock all custom moves, I would be like, okay, here's my money. I don't like.
Yeah, that's what they did with the newest WWE game, like unlock everything, $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would do that with Smash when it comes to like the custom moves.
What I'll say is it'll bring unexpected events and like unexpected matches. You wouldn't expect seeing what will happen because seeing that everybody has a different moveset, you're like,
And I
it'll
think
be
that's
interesting.
what they're trying to do. I think they're afraid of people like because from what I heard, the Smash 4 at Apex didn't really have that good of a reaction. Crowd reaction.
Of course, because Melee, people just wanted Melee. That was just the Melee.
And I think what they're trying to do is, as a tournament organizer, they want to just try to make it as interesting as possible. Like if you all remember when Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out, they're like, all right, they noticed that it was receiving a lot of bad reception. So like, okay, we'll try to make it interesting and make it doubles. But it was just the same thing. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it seem interesting, trying to make it more hype, trying to get Diddy less heat, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I can understand with the custom moves, but damn, the equipment.
I don't think equipment should be in there.
Yeah,
but I think custom moves is good though.
Yeah, it's like when it comes to Diddy, like I'm pretty sure like everybody, of course, doesn't like Diddy. And Zero just basically made a point when it came to just he chose Diddy for a reason. You need to learn the matchup. You need to learn how to overcome it. Because, like, granted, you got Melee, you got Fox, Falco, all these OP characters that people have a hard time fighting against. Like, if you can overcome Fox and Falco, you can overcome Diddy. Granted, the speed of the game is different, but it's still the same thing. You got top tiers and top tiers. Like, of course, Diddy right now is super top tier. There's a way you can overcome it.
Yeah.
Just gotta.
Yeah, there's always a way. Yeah.
You just need to. He can be beaten. You just need to learn
I think
it.
Luigi's really good, but I'm also super casual, like I said earlier. But like every time I see Luigi play,
Oh my goodness, Luigi's so good.
Yeah.
No. And then I saw Olimar play. I thought Olimar sucked. I legit until I saw him at top 8. I'm like, bruh. And like I started using all of them myself, and I started winning. I'm like, wow, I did not expect him to be good.
Now we're all talking about Smash.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm playing Smash 3DS right now. I'm just doing training mode, and I didn't expect Mario to be crazy. And like,
What's ZawarudoWrryyy doing?
Zawarudo, what are you?
Did we lose him?
Did we lose him? Is he FK?
Well, I saw like little dots on his screen for a second.
Yeah, he kind of went in and out, so I really don't have no idea. I have no idea what's
Hello?
going on. Hello.
Oh.
There you are.
There we go.
Or
Hello?
you like went quiet.
Hello?
Sorry. My dog found my... Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Oh no.
Maybe his dog stole his computer.
Oh no.
He cut the cable.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, my dog found the Ethernet cable and just...
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, Ethernet cables are easier to replace. At least it wasn't
Yeah.
something.
But still,
yeah.
it was like, I wanted to say something, and then it's like, oh, do I see a corner of my eye? Oh, you.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we were just talking about Smash in case you didn't catch.
Yeah, well, we got
Yeah,
off topic.
a little off
but-
topic.
I was talking about Smash.
But that's what podcasts do.
Yeah, that's what it happens. It happens. It's a podcast
If you
thing.
want to do some Smash Talk, we should do Japan time. Join Japan time.
Fan time.
You don't know about Japan time? I think it's like this. I think it's on Roger Base. He hosts this podcast called Japan Time and has other Smash players or Smash like players just join in and talk about a bunch of Smash stuff.
Oh, okay. Hmm,
I
never
like
heard
Just
of
look
that.
it up
too
on
many different
YouTube.
types of games to talk about just Smash.
Well,
Yeah, right.
on for Smash right now. So, come on, Sakurai. Give us Ridley.
No,
Give us
Too
Isaac.
big.
Ridley.
he
Ri-
just
Ridley?
Well, I think-
no,
I
no,
think we
no,
do.
Ridley, no, Ridley, please.
I think we do need more Metroid characters, though. I mean, we have
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
a
Yeah.
bajillion Pokemon and freaking
well, granted, I mean,
5 Fire Emblem characters.
granted, like Metroid is just her. Like,
Mm,
grant,
that's
like
true.
when it comes to Pokemon, you got like 800
Yeah.
Pokemon. You
But-
got
Yeah.
Mario.
But think of all like the neutral enemies you could just put in there. Like what about just a random space pirate? That would be cool.
Also,
Or why don't you make a clone instead of making it a color? like a Dark Samus or no Metroid Prime Hunters. There was a bunch of other freaking bounty
Oh,
hunters.
you're
you could
right.
put
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
I remember that.
Yeah. What
I
about
think
that?
with Sakurai, he likes putting characters that are memorable. And like, do we honestly remember those type of other characters? And do they look like something that can be? Well,
Dude,
okay, that's
he's
debatable.
Fit Trainer. Come on.
that's the bit. Yeah,
Now,
that's
don't talk to
debatable.
me about memorable.
Well, that's
Well, like I
his
said,
own.
we don't
To each his
know
own.
the reasons. When it comes to me with people talking about putting characters in whatnot, I'm just like accept what Sakurai puts in. Granted, I'm pretty sure people want King K. Rool and everybody else that haven't been announced, but what Sakurai puts in there is his game. You just got to deal with it. If you
Yeah.
want to put, if you want characters that you want, I think he said something about on the conference. Have you made your own game? Make your own game. Make your game. Put them characters in there, or have Project M put characters
I
from
thought they were
Project
trying
M.
to stop Project M.
Well, granted, but it's just a point saying that if
Make
you
your
want those
own game.
characters, yes, make your own game.
But
It's Sakurai's game.
we're gonna
He
stop you when you try.
Yeah,
What Sakurai could have also done was, when Bayonetta 2 was coming out, he could have flied her in, and that would have been more publicity for Platinum Games and Nintendo.
I think
Granted.
I think what it has to do why a lot of people are requesting characters now is that this is the first Smash that they've actually added DLC, like we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and DLC is another thing. It's like, how do you show your kids DLC? How does a collector get DLC?
but
See this
I guess-
code on this receipt? Yeah.
You
That's
get
a
the-
good question, but
yeah, that is a great question. But I guess like when it comes to me about picking characters, I don't want to what's the word? hope, like, get my hopes up. Basically, I don't want to get my hopes up and like,
Understandable.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, people just need to like, they get mad like this character hasn't been in there. That's why I'm like, people got mad about really not being in the game. You got your hopes up. You
People got
shouldn't
mad
have.
about the Rayman League being fake.
Hey, I didn't expect him to be in the game. I just saw something real and it was fake. It was real and fake, and that's the only concern. I didn't care about.
Fake.
Okay, so as far as characters, I'm like, I don't care who comes in there, as long as I can play the game. That's fine with me. I don't want to get my hopes up and say, oh, I want Shadow in here when he's like just an assist trophy. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up and get myself mad and ruin my enjoyment of what I'm gonna get from the game. So people just need to like basically relax with the character requests, because Sakurai, granted, knows what people want, but he can only do so much.
Yeah, right.
I feel like you need to tell all this in a tweet to every MK fan out right now, all requesting their characters for MKX.
Oh Jesus! Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are mad about the Goro pre-order.
Well,
For
granted-
one, I don't really like Goro. I think it's kind of dumb. And two, people are like, I gotta put my money down now for a game. Like, if you're gonna get it on day one, you can pre-order it like literally the day you pick it up. Like, so it's not, if you're gonna pay for it $60 at midnight, it's no different. So I don't see why people are upset about it. You know,
I think
unless you really
It's,
want Goro.
That's that's a whole nother subject. I actually want to talk about. I told you earlier, Ender, and it's the whole thing about pre-ordering, and
that was my attempt to segue.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that kind of works. So, anyways, I think it's just the whole thing about pre-ordering that, like, a lot of companies want to nag about, and people just nowadays just get annoying about it. And it's like or people see it as take out a piece of the game to try to guarantee sales, for example, and we have Goro here, possibly taken out just for. Oh look, we have Goro for pre-order. Pre-order now so you can get Goro. It's just like a way to try to guarantee sales, and I've always like nowadays I really fucking get annoyed about that. I mean, granted, I pre-ordered it myself because I want to get it. I just want to pay it for now. Right now, get it out of the way and take care of it now. Don't worry about it later. That's just how I see pre-ordering. But I'm just so tired of like all these companies just using pre-orders as just like a way to drawing more try to draw in just sales, yeah, and it just winds up like messing up and just messing with your reputation. Like there's like a bunch of I forgot which game it was, but I think it was Metro or something like that took out that super hard mode or whatever. You had to like buy I think you had to pre-order or buy it or something like that as DLC or whatever. It's like,
Oh yeah.
dude, really? Like you took out a part of a game to try to guarantee a little more money or sales or whatever. Like, come on, dude. That's just a low blow. And back in the day, like pre-ordering was just you literally like ordering it early, getting it out of the way, paying it early,
Guaranteeing your copy.
Exactly, guarantee your copy. There was never like, oh, pre-order now to get 3 guns for Call of Duty or fucking character colors, whatever, And
Well, those are aesthetic. I think what has to do with people are upset about Goro is he's actually just a standalone thing. But when it always came to stuff like that, whenever I pre-ordered a game or I didn't pre-order a game, whenever they like pre-order to get this, I was always like, but is that really a real part of the game? Like, oh, get this bonus story mission, but like the game is just fine without it. Like I forgot what it was. Was it BioShock Infinite that you got like an extra mission or whatever or something?
Something like that.
But it's like the game was fine without it. I picked it up like maybe like a month later, and I understood everything perfectly. Whatever that story mission wasn't important enough. It was like filler in anime. So
Yeah, right.
Anime.
But like what pisses me off about pre-ordering though, like if the pre-order bonus is the same everywhere, what makes me mad is when it's at different retailers get different things. Now that's
Yeah.
something that upsets me because then it's literally impossible unless you
Exclusivity.
buy them all. Like,
That's
right.
that what
Exclusivity.
makes me mad. That like, but from what I understand, Goro's just everywhere. It's not just GameStop Goro. It's like you pre-order it digitally. Like you're gonna get Goro, and I'll probably never play him. But but that's another thing. Like, and a lot of what it comes down to is I'm also gonna play the crap out of MKX Story because I think NetherRealm does a good job, and not playing Goro is not gonna affect me. But I guess there's a lot of people, and I guarantee you, a lot of the people complaining don't even really care about Goro. They're just mad that someone else is gonna pre-order it, get Goro, and they're not gonna get Goro. It's more of like, you have it, I don't have it.
Here's the thing. Here's why I kind of understand why they're upset. Goro has been a classic character, and you didn't have to unlock him or anything. He was there, but now you having a character that already exists as a
I don't
some
think
day
Goro's
one.
ever been playable though. Has
No,
he?
Goro has been playable in almost every Mortal Kombat game.
I know he's
He was-
playable at some point, but I don't know about every.
Well, not
Mortal
every
Kombat.
game, but like there's been a lot of games where he has been playable. It's just the fact that he actually had existed before. What I
Right.
thought would be a good idea would be a new character, like a brand new character that they would never expect. I don't want it to be like a day one thing only, like just
course.
pre-order it and then of course get it later. But what it could have done, made a new character. You want to try out this new character? Pre-order it. I mean, granted, I don't like the ideas and stuff because when it came to Xenoverse, they had to put a day one only for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Granted, I don't like GT, but one thing I don't like is an incomplete roster. That's something I can understand. That's probably a reason why the people are upset, because if they don't pre-order it, they're going to have an incomplete roster. And I'm like, I don't want an incomplete roster, so I'm going to have to pre-order it.
And that's what I'm kind of talking about. It's like you're taking out a part of a game, and just because you didn't pre-order it, you're not gonna have that part of the game. And actually, Nintendo is sort of guilty of that. I mean, granted, it's only it's like a couple of costumes, but Hyrule Warriors.
But those
for
are
example.
aesthetics.
Yeah, there's aesthetics. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And it was a
you
time
can take all of
shift.
the aesthetics for all I care.
right. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they're kind of guilty of that, but they haven't taken out. Oh, you can only get Ganondorf if you register your Hyrule Warriors within 30 days on Club Nintendo. No, they haven't done that. It's just like a couple of costumes, whatever. But yeah, you know what I mean. And,
Like, I understand, I suppose, where it comes from, where people are upset. And I understand the incomplete roster, because whereas I may not play Goro, I may need to learn the matchup if, like, a lot of people play him, and I understand that. But it's like,
Well, I guess when it comes to, I mean, I don't even if it's knowing the matchup or not, I just don't like having. I like to have 100% all characters. I don't want to see, when I beat the game, get all the characters, I see that one slot, I'm like, it's like a OCD. It's like, bothers me. I'm missing one character, but I can't get him because he's either locked in the game or you can't get him at all because day one.
well, my thought was always like, because I guarantee that Goro isn't just a pre-order bonus. You could probably buy him later. Like, I'm like, if I want it enough, I'll just buy it. Like, I guess it's just, people are like, I'm kind of stingy with my money, but I guess when it comes to games, I'm like, dude, if I want it, I'm just gonna buy it. Like,
Yep. It's the same thing, like, if you remember Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Schumacher and Jill were the special DLC. You need to buy it before to get the damn code. But then, 3-4 months after the game was released, they were already up on network, ready for purchase. So I think
Now,
some people-
granted, there's some games that will have the characters as day one and then later DLC, but for Xenoverse, no. Like, you gotta get the day one, you gotta pre-order it, or you don't get the character at all. Those are the type of
That's
games
kinda
I'm
messed
talking
up.
about.
yeah, that's
yes.
kind of messed up.
That's what I'm talking about. I had to pre-order Xenoverse. I had to use $50, pay $50 of a game, which I was hoping just pay it late, get it later when it was cheaper. But no, I wanted a whole roster. I don't want to have a complete roster. So, because when they kept saying, "Oh no, he's not going to be purchasable at all. He's not going to be DLC later or anything. You can bring all these other DLCs, but can't bring him back." No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See,
But
that's what I'm talking about. You can
But
you
for
can
me,
make it.
so long as you present the opportunity to complete the roster, even if it's for like $5, I honestly don't have much of a problem with that.
See, yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. You can do day one and then later on DLC, but do day one and no DLC. Now that's where I draw the line.
That's pretty fucked up. And that's like there's just another thing about pre-ordering that I hate. Nowadays, you just day one, if you don't do it, you're not gonna get this character or whatever. You're not gonna get this part of the game, just because you couldn't come up with $50 or $60 on this this one day. It's pretty fucked up.
Then how do you feel about like special editions getting things that others don't like? Like I know a lot of people don't like Mass Effect 3, but Mass Effect 3 is another example. Is like there was this whole like other companion you could get if you got special edition that I didn't get. Like it was like a collector or something. I forget.
Like Game of the Year.
But
not Game of the Year. What was it? Game of the Year edition or like collector's edition, something like that.
Yeah, it was a collector's edition, and I don't know anything about that companion. But like I said, it doesn't really take away from the story. I mean, my story, but it's just another thing. Is like, how do we feel about special edition stuff being locked away, as compared to pre-order bonuses? I mean, to me, it seems a little the same because if collector's editions, more than likely, if you don't pre-order them, they are gone most of the time.
Yep.
So.
Well, I mean, yeah, if it does have a certain character or two or whatever, and it's like once if you don't get the limited, it's pretty much the same thing. Like if you don't get this game or this particular edition, boom, they're gone. Like there's no way around it. And of course that's pretty fucked up. And but of course if it's like something that won't take away the experience of the game, if it's just like completely like filler or something cosmetic, you know what, that's fine by me. And it's just as long as I have a complete roster, I have a complete story, I have the complete experience, you know what, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
I guess what you guys are trying to say is you don't want to buy a dozen donuts and have one missing.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. You know what? It's like I'm paying for 12 fucking donuts. If I have one missing, I'm gonna take it up to the manager.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm hungry for donuts.
And I'm the guy who's like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat 11 donuts and I'll come back for the 12th one later.
That's me right there. Oh my god!
Like I'm hungry. I could have had that one donut though.
I know, right? And or like I could have get that one donut to a friend, but no, it's fucking gone. Like it's missing or whatever. It's like I paid for 12 donuts. It's like I don't have 12. It's just I paid for it. If I don't get what I'm paying for, something's gonna go down.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it. I mean, if let's say like you're already home and you find out you're missing or whatever, then it's like whatever, fuck it, for food. But when it comes to a game, it's like
unless you got like the variety pack of donut and that was just the flavor I was looking for. Like if the DLC, if it was like pre-order to get Scarlet, I'd be like, okay, I'm definitely all over that. I'd be pre-ordering right now. But Scarlet was so fun; she could practically FADC.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. FADC and friggin' more combat.
well, she could you could throw your dagger, and if you held down the button, you could dash out of it. And
yeah.
Attack. And if you did the EX one, you could do it really fast. So it was really fun. It was really hard, and I could never do it online, but
yeah. Yeah. So that's what we had to say about pre-ordering. Is there like a couple of games that you wanted to mention that, especially like coming up in March?
I think Mario Party comes out in March.
Yeah, Mario Party definitely. I'm definitely getting that. I'm just like a big fan of party games. So
I like Mario Party, but
you want to ruin friendships?
Is it?
I like to play around with friendships.
Michael, this is another thing. Like, I'm not gonna buy that game day one or pre-order it simply because I need to know if it's online. Because most of my friends, like, we've moved everywhere, so my friends are like everywhere. They're in Florida, they're in Texas. I'm in Kentucky, and it's everywhere.
I live in Florida.
So It's like, I know a lot of people are like, well, why would you want online functionality in a party game? I was like, well, because I want to play this party game with my friends, and I just don't live in the same state as my friends. So
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't have people that play the same thing as I do, so I'm the only one that plays what I play. So I'm by myself, so I gotta have online. If it doesn't have online,
I think hopefully Nintendo sees that online, especially what they did with like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, that online is really important. But I actually haven't found any confirmation that there's online in Mario Party. So if there's online, I'll try to get it. If not, then I'll be like poop. Because as I've started streaming, I find it really hard to set up a lot of like get the viewers involved in Smash, although it's really fun. And I think Mario Party would be awesome. Like, you get the viewers in a Mario Party game. And then, every time you just switch it out.
Watch the salt floor.
Think how salty that chat would be.
Right, yeah.
Why did you steal my star? Because you were in front of me.
Why would you dueling glove me? I'm in last place.
Right. Why don't you get the guy that's winning? No. I do what I want.
But yeah, online is very essential to me. If the game doesn't have online, because there's games that are like so fun, and I'm like, this game has potential to have online. If it doesn't have online, I'm gonna play it less. I'm gonna play the story, and then like I'm done with it.
That's it, yeah.
So it has to have online. So that's, like I said, this is all I do. I play 1v1 on Smash. That's all I do online. I don't have people to, come over and just play with me.
Yeah, I've been so used to party games that don't have online, so I like, for me, I really don't care if it has online or not, because I already have friends around still. So yeah, for me, yeah. Good for you. Oh, good for you. You have fucking friends around you. Oh, good for you.
Well,
yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing. I gotta have online. If it doesn't have online, like, what's the use?
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot down on people like who want online in a party game. It's like, I can understand where you're coming from. So, yeah, but I really don't care if it has online or not. That's not the selling factor for me. It's a party game. It's a new party game, so I gotta get it, man. It's just what I do. Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun to watch people play it drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably just watch
you fucking press A.
Fucking press A.
You're pressing B. No, this is
other
A.
than that, I don't think there's any real games coming out in March. I think the next thing is MKX in April, and then that'll probably hold me down for a good while.
Yeah, like the only thing right now for me personally, seeing that I'm the only one that plays PC, the last thing I pre-ordered was DOA 5, and it's supposed to come to PC. But granted, there's been a lot of pushbacks and a lot of less information about anything about the PC version. But when it came out on the console, there was a ton of errors. Like, I don't know if you've been looking at Twitter or have been following Team Ninja a lot, but almost like 100 tweets from Team Ninja was done. But if you go to this section of the game,
it's gonna crash.
It's gonna crash.
It's gonna crash. Oh god.
I think that's what he's gonna say. If you go to this section of the game, it's gonna crash.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I'm like, I guess the only game I'm looking forward to is for the PC version, but they haven't said nothing much about it. So I'm like, that's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
I feel like that could be a topic for the next podcast, because a lot of the games in the fourth quarter of 2014 were broken. Like, a lot.
Oh, dude. Man.
Do we have to talk about Ubisoft? Can we talk about Ubisoft? Can we talk about Ubisoft?
We can talk about it now.
No, can we talk about Ubisoft? Because like, I just started playing Far Cry 4, and I was about to run my thing on max, because almost every single game I play runs on max. I put everything on max and make sure it plays. Put that thing on max, I'm stuttering like crazy. Put a thing on low, stuttering like crazy. I'm like, what do you want from me? Oh wait, Ubisoft has bad optimization. They're the way they do their games, bad on optimization.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of upset with them with that. I had to go through my NVIDIA graphics card settings just to make sure the stuttering stop. I shouldn't have to do that. It should be already in the game where the game runs and feels good. I shouldn't have to do work. I had to do work to make sure that game ran how it should.
But man,
That's what
god,
the
like
developers are for, and the game testers.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they have people game testing. It's like, oh, we're gonna overhype the game with super ultra mega graphics, and then next you know we're gonna water it down and then bring it out unoptimized. Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
I'm gonna get scared of.
And then right now, I have a feeling they're gonna do that with the Tom Clancy the Division.
I
don't know if y'all know about that one. Do y'all?
What game?
Tom Clancy's The Division. It's like I think it's open. I won't say open world, but it's very heavy. I gotta give y'all a link. I can't. It's hard to explain. You gotta see it. I don't know if y'all into Tom Clancy, granted, but that game looked like beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I have a feeling it might be another Watch Dogs where they showcase the game and make it look all hype and everything.
And then next thing you know, and stuff with the graphics and all that. Yeah. And
then next thing you know, when it comes on PC, even though it's dumbed down, unoptimized.
Yeah.
That's why I'm gonna fear for my Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15. It's like, you guys are showing me good. You had 10 years to work on this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, like I said, I don't know about the other companies. I just know about Ubisoft. I don't know about I don't like having to compare other companies with other companies.
Mm-hmm.
But if that company does the same thing, then granted. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure what you see on 15 and 3 will be what you see. But as far as Ubisoft, I can't trust them.
Yeah.
They overhyped and try to make it seem like, oh, we're like amazing. We're so good. This game is gonna be so good, and this, lied to us. Give us something fake.
In other news, 2 days ago, Master Chief Collection actually worked.
Really?
Yeah, they finally fixed it 4 months later.
Maximilian, please play it. You said you was gonna play it, but seeing that the online stopped working, you said, oh, okay, never mind.
Well, he couldn't play it if he wanted. I don't know. So it's just, I feel like in 2014 we just had so many broken games come out or unfinished games. It just seemed like it was like a shell of the end of the year. I can't remember what year it was, but so many games came out that I bought them all and I didn't play any of them. They were still in the plastic, like in March.
Oh, geez. Broken Faces on day one. Broken Faces, Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. But most of it has been like nothing but Ubisoft. But I do know that some other games have been having a lot of day one patches. I'm like, come on now, what happened? We didn't have this issue.
Of course, Battlefield 4 was super guilty of that, and
oh my goodness, yes,
that was so bad.
Battlefield, EA. Of course, we all know how we don't, and everyone doesn't like EA. But yes, granted, I got BF3 and BF4, and I couldn't tell what was the issue. But until I started reading up about it, I'm like, oh my goodness, what I got myself into.
Dude, Battlefield 4 was fucking broken. Like, the campaign, you couldn't even fucking save it. So, it's like you turn off the game, boom, you're right off, back in the start. So, and also, day one, couldn't find anyone online, and it was just just horrible. And of course, I mean, when it ran actually, decent, it was a pretty fun game, but man, there's just so many glitches and bugs that, and we had to wait for a long fucking time. It's just, you know what? I'm fucking tired of it. I actually traded in and was like, nope, I'm fucking done with it.
As someone who's never played Battlefield, I feel like 3, 4, and Hardline all look the same. Just saying.
Dude,
well, granted, because Hardline is basically Payday.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, I haven't played it, so I mean, whatever. But it definitely looks.
I played the beta.
You did?
I actually got a chance to play the beta when they announced it, and then like, hey, beta's is out right now, so like sign up so you can get your key. And I got that key, played it. I'm like, man, this is Payday. This is Battlefield 4 Payday Edition.
Well, there you go. That's I guess that's what sums it up.
But I feel like modern shooters are just need to die out. I'm just saying.
Or just need to slow the fuck down.
We need more fighters.
Well, like it's to the point where I'm like looking at Splatoon more seriously than I am Halo 5.
Dude,
Just saying.
dude, I definitely would want Splatoon over any first-person shooter right
Dude,
now.
I will join you in Splatoon. We will squid kid it up.
Yeah, man, we gotta ink it up, man. Ink that shit up.
With all the colors of the wind.
Until I get my Wii U, I'll be all over that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, granted. But yeah, I personally just feel like we need more fighters. And I don't just
definitely, yeah.
I don't mean we need more fighters. We need more fighters on PC. Because I'm a PC gamer, and like I said, I'm not gonna spend X amount of hundreds of dollars when I already built my system where I can play almost any game. These people can port these games into on PC. Now I'm actually happy that Bandai Namco is actually giving the PC gamers the console games. Like we got Xenoverse, we got Naruto, we got One Piece coming. We
guys got Street Fighter 5.
We well, that's granted. But like I'm talking about like games that usually you will only see on console is coming to PC. There was a listing on the Steam database saying that there's a new Telltale game coming out, and that's coming to PC.
Nice. All right.
So yes, that's what I'm saying. These type of games, I'm glad Bandai Namco is actually doing something. Now all these other people need to listen up. Like, come on, step it up. Either make something like Tales of or like another fighting game. Put these Japanese fighting games under Night in Birth. I want it now. Please bring the PC. That's all I ask.
I think a lot of that though has to be with developers afraid, like, because PC is just renowned for like piracy. I think a lot of developers are like, all right, we're gonna release it on console first, guarantee some sales before we put it on stuff that will get us some maybe sales.
Right.
But here's the thing, like that piracy thing, that was like years ago. That like not many people worry about that anymore. I see more PC games now than ever, and then of course the only way you can play those games is by Steam. You're gonna granted, some people's gonna pirate it, but they can't play online, and most of these games that come on PC are very online heavy. Yeah. So if you're gonna play it, like with Steam, it's DRM. If you try to pirate the game, of course you won't be able to play the full game, or you probably won't even play the game at all. So there's a way around it. These developers need to suck it up and just bring the PC. The whole piracy thing is not an issue. People gonna hack, people gonna pirate it, people gonna do all that stuff. But with Steam, you don't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love the games that put like little tidbits in there that can tell if you pirated it. Like
I noticed that as well.
Stuff. I love those things. They make me laugh.
So like it's just a thing. They need to step it up. Like I was reading up how someone's I think a tweet saying that we hear that you PC players want under Night in Birth, but we had trouble trying to port it or doing something with it, and we just have to hopefully wait until they do something about it. But I'm just like, come on now. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Like arcade ports. Arcades are just basically PCs. You can just port the arcade version and put it on PC, and be just fine. Now, for example, like Blaze Blue, I didn't expect for Blaze Blue to come out on PC. Like when they ported the first one, it was just basically the first Blaze Blue actually came to PC like way back when Game for Windows Live was the thing. Mm-hmm. So all they did was port it, but they didn't have the online. But now another company brought it to Steam, and it had online, which is Chrono Shift. Continuous Shift. Okay, yeah. Continuous Shift Extended came to Steam. It's on Steam, and it had online. So I'm like, if that can come on PC, then the rest can. That's why I'm like, I'm waiting for Guilty Gear. I'm waiting for Persona 4 Arena Ultra.
Yeah.
Ultimax,
yeah, that. I'm waiting for Under Night in Birth. And
I feel like what a lot of it has to do with those is just like the reason it doesn't come to PC is not because they're lazy. It's just that that's just how the deal works. You make it for this console, done. Like KI might come to PC, but I think Microsoft Studios is holding on to that as tight as they can because it sells Xbox Ones. Like people buy Xbox Ones for KI. What?
You know what I think? They don't want money. They will get money. They will get money Like I said, there's no issue with piracy. People gonna pirate
It's
no matter
not.
what.
It's not that they won't get money. It's that the publishers of the games, like not Iron Galaxy, like the Activision and the EAs, they get the money if they are exclusive to the marketing of the game.
Of
Like it's
course.
just like exclusivity makes money, but it's just short sighted. I agree. I believe most things should come to PC because PCs will forever be more powerful than consoles.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
it's for sure, and like they're a lot more future proof because whereas you spend like $500 on an Xbox One, like 3 or 4 years from now, you're gonna have to spend another $500. Where if you spend like $1,000 building a computer, you only have to spend like $200 just to upgrade it,
Hmm.
and then you're just always up to date. And like I'm slowly leaning towards playing more PC games.
Hmm.
But I still play console games because it's where a lot of my friends are at, and of course with the Wii U, like you said,
Yeah.
Nintendo games don't come to
Yeah,
PC.
like
But
that's the only thing I respect about Nintendo. Like I'll be always a PC Nintendo gamer, like because Nintendo are independent with their systems and their games, and I'm cool with that. When it comes to games that come to the PS3 and 360 or PS4 and Xbox One, I'm like if those games can go to both systems, they can come to PC.
Hmm.
Granted, and that's my thing.
I
If you
think
got
it's
one
just.
game that comes to two systems, then you can bring that to PC.
I think another reason why data don't come to PCs is just because they want. I think Ender just said it, but like it sells consoles. It helps guarantees a little more sales on consoles, and that's why I think those companies just strike those deals where make it on our consoles for this amount of time or whatever, or some cases never, and that will squeeze out a little more for their consoles, and of course that they'll get the game as well. So that's why PC has always been at the back end pretty much, and bitches.
That's why I just want to make sure it's not in the back end. It's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We're getting Steam OS. We're getting Steam console, like standalone Steam OSs
Mhm.
that people can play with just like a home console. There's PC developers that's bringing this stuff to home just like the consoles. And like I
and
said,
I
Go
think
ahead.
that's actually a good step because a lot of it, like when a kid, like when like a 13-year-old is asking for a Christmas present, you're like, oh, let's buy him a PlayStation, let's buy him an Xbox, let's buy him a Nintendo. They don't say let's buy him a big freaking rig with a i7 and stuff like
And
Mhm.
it's like consoles are easier to gift like
Yes.
towards younger, and I think that's another reason they
this
always
is the
go to
thing.
consoles is the console market's just one of the bigger ones because it actually has a lot of the younger ones and
Consoles are
families and
made
stuff.
consoles are made to market. That's the whole thing. Consoles are just there to market because they're just PCs that are just with the same stuff. Their consoles are just PC, but
They're
they're
just
made.
small PCs. They're just
They're
small
small
Yeah.
PCs
PCs
they're
that
made
can't
to
upgrade.
market. They're made to market. That's all it is, and they're doing a great job.
Yeah. That is the magic of marketing. Zawarudo, did you want to say anything about this whole, PC conundrum?
Well, for me, I have a PC for Steam games, League, and whatnot, and then I have
Add
my
me on
console
Steam.
games. Okay. And then I have my console games for friends that only has console games. So to me, if you have the money, go for broke, buy whatever you want.
Mhm.
That's my say of this.
I think we're
console.
all home here is where no one here is really console biased or PC biased.
No.
Yeah,
We all here just love games. We love playing games, and
Yep.
whereas we all aren't super rich, we can't just buy every console.
Oh yeah.
Because if
We
I
have
was
to
rich,
pick
I'll
and choose.
definitely buy a console.
Excuse me, not super rich. Hey Max, what do you own?
Hey Max, hey Clever Fox.
All right.
Clever Fox doesn't have an Xbox One though.
Oh, he doesn't.
No.
Well, with all that
But-
money, you could have
Also-
definitely don't all that money.
Right.
Then you gotta also admit, when it comes to Nintendo products, they freaking last.
They do.
And with it
Exactly.
also comes in Nintendo products, there's a buttload of accessories. It's just we don't care.
Wait, don't talk about accessories because I still have my brick Game Boy with the attachable magnifying glass screen.
Yeah, I do remember those.
Remember the light? Remember the little thing you had to put on the I think the Game Boy Color? It was like a little light nub.
It's a
Before
light. It's the light
No,
that
it
you
was
put on.
Advance. It was Advance that had that Game Boy Advance before SP came out with the backlit. You had to get like
Yeah, the backlit. Oh my god.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, again,
there's
with
the
Nintendo
whole-
products, that
Yeah.
thing can last. You throw it off a building, it's like a Nokia.
It
Still
will.
work.
It will survive a nuclear blast. I think that's what we're trying to get here.
Hey, they recovered a Game Boy, like the fat Game Boy. I think it was like all like melted and everything, and the system still worked.
Really?
Y'all need to look it up. It's a Game Boy. I think it was like uncovered or something from some disaster or something, some destruction. It was melted. It looked so melted. It was like destroyed. But when they turned that thing on, it was working fully. Hold on, let me see. Let me find it.
Speaking about that thing getting melted, did you read about the article of a guy microwaving his Majora's Mask 3DS?
No, I
And
did
he
not.
Yeah, he melted his Majora Mask 3DS and then he put something on top of it and called it art, and that thing sold for like 11K.
Oh
Bruh.
my gosh.
But I was like, okay, one, it's your money. You're the one that spent $200, whatever's. But it's a Majora's Mask 3DS.
Someone
Come
else
on.
could have had that.
I know.
Yeah, people have been trying to find that thing. But look at the link. It's Game Boy survives bombing. Still works. Look at the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, does everyone have a new 3DS or no?
I do not.
I want to get it. I need to get one because my charger port has a shorting.
Yeah, you've been telling me that. That's it's not charging pretty much, and
It's charging. Just have to position it a certain way.
oh, you gotta like wiggle it around. Oh, fucking. Oh, I hate that.
Yep. So I'm like,
Mash the buttons and wiggle
I
the
wanted to get one anyway. Even though like you just have an extra nub and better 3D, and it was like extra CPU power. So I'm like I understand some people are like you really don't need it, but I'm like
It's kind of like a similar situation with smartphones. It's like, oh, better processor, oh, better whatever. Like it's pretty much that's what
Samsung Galaxy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're
Yeah.
about to make a 6 by now.
Oh, well, they did announce about the S6, but yeah. Anyways, the new 3DS is pretty much that, and I can tell you that you know what, you just wait until an actual new 3DS game comes out, and that's pretty much when you want to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I don't understand is I bought the very first DS. That thing was huge, and then they started
yeah.
getting
It was so
smaller.
fat.
And now they're making them bigger.
well, they're
It's just for a
slimmer.
bigger screen. That's it.
How many re-editions they made? Like, come on.
Dude, tons.
Nintendo DS, Nintendo DS Lite,
Lite.
Nintendo DSi, Nintendo DSi XL, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo 3DS XL, Nintendo 2DS, new 3DS, new 3DS XL.
Yes.
Oh my
You
God.
know what
the
they need to make
3DS.
for the Wii U? A new
What?
Pokemon Snap. I mean, you got a freaking touchscreen. It'd be so easy.
yeah.
Well, they could. I mean,
It's just an
what
on-rail
was that?
shooter.
The Fatal Frame game
Mhm.
that Simmons and Max were playing was
Yeah.
using the pad. Why
Yes.
not?
hmm
Why
What
the
I
fuck
was
not?
what I was gonna say is that, like, when I look at the new 3DS, I just think of what the 3DS should have been when it released.
That's one way to look at it, I guess.
I like this is what the 3DS should have been.
Should have
Like
been.
this
Yeah.
is just basically an improved version, but it should have been when it
when it
came
first
out.
came out, it should have been that. Yeah.
Because I'm granted, I was like, where's the extra? Why we gotta buy a Circle Pad or Circle Pad Pro? Why we gotta do all that stuff?
Accessories. So I've been saying.
Accessories.
Because people broke their circle pad.
hmm
Playing Smash.
Oh yeah, and the C stick is pretty neat. Like I played Smash with on the new 3DS, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of weird because it doesn't move like the circle pad. It's like a rubber little knob. You just like kind of.
I know how those things feel.
Yeah.
So I'm granted to know what I'm going to be getting into when I use it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. But otherwise, wait till an actual new 3DS game comes out. That's my opinion on it.
And my suggestion as an Xbox One owner, wait till there's more than just KI out for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And as for a PC user,
You're good.
just buy anything that comes with PC because that's
Steam sale. Your wallet's
Steam
not
sale.
Steam sale, and just hope for most of the console games to come to PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when is Shuttle Karasu coming out?
That's what I'm wondering. They've just been in beta for a long time. There's no release date. It's still.
No, they haven't said anything on it.
Yeah. The last time I heard something
Beast Fury. Beast Fury is almost done, and it's like, come on.
Wait, Beast Fury almost done?
They've already came out with a demo for it, and they came out with a couple of patches for the demo. So they're pretty close to it. It seems like.
I think they still only have 2 characters though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was like almost done. They just have 2 characters. That's the only thing I can see.
I think they're making progress though.
But they built that engine from the ground up, so
yeah.
Props to them.
Yeah.
But I want to play Benny.
There's this other beat 'em up. This is beat 'em up, but it kind of like it has a combos like a fighting game. I think it's called Retro City. River City Ransom.
Yeah.
I've
heard about it.
I want that. I want that. That looks so fun.
Isn't that like sort of like Power Stone ish? Is that?
No, it plays like like.
I see. I think I'm thinking of a
think about
game.
What is it called? Double Dragon. It plays like that.
Oh, okay. Is it a side scrolling or is it 3D like?
I'll show you. Let me see. It's hard to explain. You just got to see it. Because it used to be a game, and these guys are kind of, bringing it back. Like, they're making a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. This game here. It's already kickstarted.
Well, guys, I hate to interrupt, but I actually have to go soon, so...
All right,
yeah.
But thanks for having me. This is EnderGamma. You can find me everywhere. EnderGamma. And it was good having you. I look forward to doing more podcasts.
Oh, for sure, man.
All right. Just let me know.
All right, for sure. We'll let you know.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Later, dude.
But yeah, look at that Hawk. The link I just showed.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh gosh. All right. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right.
It looks so fun. Yeah. If you look at the updates they've been doing, it's so good. They're gonna have online with it, co-op online. It's like, oh, this is good. So good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think all right. I think we can end it for today. So, thank you guys for coming, and it was a lot of fun.
No
we
problem.
We should definitely podcast once again.
Yes.
And granted, I didn't have to disturb. I had to say quiet as much because this is I usually don't do this late.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a good time.
Oh yeah. So for our viewers, thank you guys for watching. We will podcast sometime again, hopefully soon. So of course, hit the like button, all that stuff, and like, share, subscribe. And do you guys want to do some personal plugins before I sign us off?
Add me on Steam Kaichi.
Steam Kaichi. All right. What about you, Zawarudo? Oh geez.
Well,
that's it.
there you go, my cats. No, just play what you love to play, guys.
ZawarudoWrryyy.
All right. Later, guys. See you soon.
Yoga.
Later.
Yeah.